Alan Quesada Pacheco from the University of Costa Rica. He is the full professor and currently he's the director of the School of Modern Languages at the university. He obtained a PhD in curriculum and instruction and a master's degree in educational technology from the University of Kansas. Welcome, Professor.
Hello.
Can you tell me about yourself a little bit, your experience as a director of the School of Modern Languages at the university?
Well, I've been there for 7 years now as director of the School of Modern Languages, and it has been a very good experience in terms of administrating a whole school, in terms of resources, infrastructure, and material development. So it has to do with a lot of issues related to teaching, learning, and recently assessment.
Excellent. Professor, in your view, how do you perceive the current level of English proficiency in Costa Rica educational system?
Well, the University of Costa Rica has been assessing students from the Ministry of Education and private schools since 2019. And we have seen since then, we have seen an improvement, a subtle improvement. When we started in 2019, 70% were at the basic user proficiency, A1, A2s, very few B1s. And now, in 2025, for example, the last time that we assessed the Ministry of Education, 55% are at the B1 level. So we have seen an improvement throughout the years, and this is something positive, but we have to, or the Ministry of Education has to work a little bit more on making better programs, more resources for teachers, and the only way to do that is to have evidence so that they can make good decisions.
How many schools were involved in this study?
All of the schools.
All the schools?
Yeah, 75,000 people were assessed, and so we have a very good mapping of the whole country.
And what levels? So all of them?
9th graders, 10th graders, 11th and 12th graders.
What was the skill that had the lowest?
That's a good one. Recently, last year, we evaluated writing, and writing is the lowest. However, speaking, it has some challenging.
Perfect. Now talking about artificial intelligence, because, well, now we live in this era of having this as a partner in every aspect of our lives, right? Do you believe that AI can play a helpful role in language teaching in Costa Rica?
It does. It does play a very important role, valuable role, especially for teaching, learning, and assessment. So those three areas, and an administration as well, or planning. We have seen that these artificial intelligence resources or tools can accelerate and can facilitate teachers and students processes that otherwise would take time to get the resources or the right results. So I believe that if AI is used responsibly in the English language teaching era, we could have very good results and benefits.
What do teachers need to know about this technology that we have available?
Well, the first thing is that they need to know exactly what AI can do and what you can do with AI. So not only in terms of tools, but how to use it ethically and responsibly. So they need to actually work with certain tools and see the results. But the most important thing to me is AI literacy. So teachers need to get acquainted with all the tools and the way AI works so that they could actually make it for their own benefit.
And I believe we need to include the students as well, right? Because recently we have, for example, in the university, we have students who take advantage in I will say in a responsible way, right? Because they want for example, ChatGPT or Gemini or any other app to do their work. So what is your personal
I believe that we need to actually in class use those tools so that the students know exactly what is expected from using those tools. So it's not just making the tool work for you, but actually analyze the output of the artificial intelligence in terms of critical thinking and how we could actually make the AI part of the whole learning process.
Is the university, specifically the School of Modern Languages, working on a policy,
Yes, so governance of the AI is very important. So the University of Costa Rica has recently published the rules that will govern the use of AI at the university for teaching purposes.
Perfect. Professor, could you share some of the projects you have developed to evaluate Costa Rica's English proficiency?
Yeah, we have the program PELEX, which is the program for language evaluation, and we have developed the 4 skills using artificial intelligence. So we have created adaptive reading tests and adaptive listening tests. And what it does is that as the students take the test, the system will learn the performance of the student. So if it gets an answer wrong, it'll give easier answers or more difficult ones. So in terms of time, length of the test, it shortens a lot, and it's more personalized. With the oral proficiency part, oral test, we have created an alliance with a company so that students can be assessed with how they pronounce, how they work with the grammar, the vocabulary, and how accurate they talk about whatever issue they were asked to talk about. So we have been working a lot with AI, but in terms of supervising with our experts, whatever the algorithm will give and will process.
I understand. Who's involved in this group of experts?
So we have language teachers and we have people from the School of Computing Science at the university.
How long have you been working on this project?
The whole project started in 2010, and now with artificial intelligence since 2022.
Good. This is the one that you have applied in
at schools all over the country.
Are you thinking about testing or evaluating the level of teachers?
Yes, we did that actually in November last year. We evaluated all the language teachers at the Ministry of Education, and we had a very good results, by the way. And now we plan to train those teachers who got B1s so that they could be B2s or C1s.
Regarding that point, what is the skill that got the lowest grade there with teachers?
Writing.
Writing as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Writing is the lowest, then speaking, then listening and reading. That's the best. They get very good results with reading and listening.
That's interesting because, well, actually today I read in La Nación, right, that they published that 8 out of 10 students are having problems with reading comprehension.
Yeah.
So what is an idea about trying to avoid this problem?
You know, with language teaching or any language, foreign language, I believe that we have developed very good strategies to get, students to understand a text or listening or even writing in the foreign language. So students write better in English than in Spanish. And they read better in English than in Spanish.
Interesting.
And that's because of the process that is followed by language teachers, that they have good strategies in order to tackle reading, listening, writing, speaking.
Okay. Dr. Quesada, last year in August, there is a famous journalist, Andrés Oppenheimer, right? He wrote a book called Sálvese quien pueda, talking about how artificial intelligence is taking the role of many professions nowadays. Do you think that education will be taken by artificial intelligence one day?
Well, I have to be very clear about this. I don't believe that AI will take over education or teachers will be, fired because of AI. I believe that teachers who don't know about AI will be replaced by teachers who can do a lot of things with AI. So it's about people, and education is more than just, transferring content information. It's about, the dynamics in the classroom, human connections. And I believe that teachers will always be needed and will be the core of the learning process. But those who won't work with artificial intelligence will be replaced by the teachers who know more about AI.
Yeah, and we were in that time where we had, the pandemic, right? We had to learn how to use Teams, Zoom, and all these apps.
Yeah.
Right? And we adapted to that kind of education, right? And I have heard this famous phrase, every professional needs a teacher, right? There is a teacher behind that person. So I think, I agree with you, right? You have to adapt yourself to the time where you're living, right?
That's right.
As a conclusion, do you think that humans are going to adapt to this new, well, not new, right, because we have lived this, but artificial intelligence idea?
I believe that, as the human nature of innovating every time that we can, artificial intelligence should be seen as a tool to make improvements. So 20 years ago, 25 years ago with the internet, people thought that the internet was going to replace teachers and automate processes, but in reality, it should be seen as a tool to help the humans to do better jobs or better processes, and so I believe that we should be very careful and about the use of AI, to use it responsibly, ethically, and for the good of the most people.
Perfect. Well, Professor, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your presence, and I will see you in the next conversation.